Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! Feud, Episode 3 review. Quick shout out to our wine sponsor, Wink. Trywink.com/moviebitches. You get $20 off your first month of wine, which will last you basically, well, it'll get you halfway through the rest of the season.
Right, exactly.
So that's something.
And I think there's only like 8 episodes?
I think so. I don't know if we'll do all of them, but so far we're doing it, so.
We'll do it as long as there's new stuff to talk about.
Exactly. So, this week on Feud.
This week on Feud was real jokey joke time.
I don't know if it was as silly as you think it was. It was like kind of serial.
Sillier than the other episodes.
Yes.
There was like a jokey tone.
Yeah, it was a lot more like
throughout.
There was more levity or some sort of like.
Well, and I think I looked it up, and a woman directed it. Ryan Murphy did the first 2, and then a woman directed the 3rd one.
I did not really like this episode.
I did, but
I don't think this episode had the documentary in it.
It didn't. Did you miss it at all?
No. I just found this to be a little boring.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was so silly. Like they have this great fight over who's gonna be, if they're both gonna be up for lead actress, or
right.
if Joan's gonna be supporting and she's gonna be lead, right? And they have this whole argument and
well, they had like that nice like scene in like the restaurant where they have drinks. And,
yes,
like,
they
both have
that was a good
martinis
scene, and they sort of share and like a bond. I mean,
it definitely made me want to have a martini.
Definitely.
My biggest problem with this episode actually was that it seemed the most contrite.
Totally.
Like, it was just like it really the facade for me has like just fallen apart of this show, where it's like you're just writing what you want to write.
Yeah.
To fit this narrative that you want it to be.
And it's seeming more and more, yes.
And I don't know if I'm here for that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, so you're making things up and you're putting words into these women's like mouths, essentially, and you're manipulating the situation to try and fit this 2017 narrative.
Definitely. And this was somewhat similar to my problem with the O.J. Simpson, Ryan Murphy show. It was very entertaining and well written and all this jazz, but there was this sense when you're watching it like, but how do you know that happened? And what I wanted was a disclaimer saying like, this is, a fiction based on a fact. You know, because I feel like a lot of people are going to be watching this and be like, oh, this is exactly what happened. And I'm like, I don't think that's true.
No, I don't know. It's weird. This episode, they were definitely playing up Joan as a crazy lady.
Oh, yeah.
Which seems to be the case in real life. So I guess that's fair.
Well, there is a whole thing. So in this one, we meet the twins, which are the 2 other kids that Joan adopted after Christina and Christopher.
Which I did not know existed, and I was very confused.
Like, who the fuck are these twins? So, historically, the twins, I think only one of them is currently still alive, contested what Christina's whole book. They said, well, she was never abusive to us, that you made all that up, you exaggerated all of it. It was the first tell-all book ever. So I think it's like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Who knows? We won't know.
I don't know. I'm enjoying it.
It's making me love Bette Davis.
It's like, oh, Bette Davis is great. Joan has her moments. Which is kind of true to real life and whatever. And like, I'm not angry at them for doing that. And like, fine, take a perspective. I guess it is really they never set the tone of the show.
No, well, that's why this episode was real out of nowhere for me. Like, there's this whole, the wackiest part for me, there's an entire montage of the scene where Bette Davis has to carry Joan across the room.
Yeah.
And they're fucking up and they're ruining each other's takes, and it's like tit for tat, and I'm gonna kick you, and da-da-da-da. And Mama Said is playing that like 60s Mama Said, said. And I was like, but what show is this?
Right?
Because I am confused. Like, it was so weird.
And then it ends with her, like, dropping the weights, and it's like, weights falling on the ground. And we're moving on to now a gay movie theater arrest scene.
Oh my god, can we talk about Gay Alley? It was like a musical. It was like some, like, wacky Broadway musical. It's like, Gay Alley. You know
what we need?
What?
And it probably won't happen, but we need, like, a Rock Hudson.
Like, we need, like, a Rock Hudson, Montgomery Clift, Tab Hunter, Anthony Perkins, Wild Parties in Hollywood
movie.
Gay romance.
I want that. Fuck La La Land. I want this, like, old Hollywood realness moment.
I mean, I would really actually like a Montgomery Clift, Elizabeth Taylor movie. I don't know when or if, probably when.
Or even just like a documentary about them. I mean, I don't think the families would sign off on it.
No.
Like, I guess it would be like based off of like hearsay, so I don't know. Slander, I don't know.
Well, I mean, Tab Hunter is like out.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that whole documentary about him.
Right, there is a documentary about him.
And
Montgomery Clift, though, like...
He died before he came out. And Anthony Perkins never came out. He had a family.
Oh, so...
But died of AIDS. But had, like, a wife and kids and everything. And I don't know if I don't think Rock Hudson ever came out. I mean, He died of AIDS, but I don't know if he, like, was like, I'm out.
Right.
I don't know. It's very
But there's, like, missed opportunities there. I feel like that's, like, some fascinating, fun stuff. Not fun, but you know what I mean.
That whole thing... The whole plot line with Victor Buono, who I love, does seem like it has a complete 2017 filter on it.
All the queens love me.
And I was like, yeah, but did they back in 1962? I don't feel like that was a thing yet.
Right? I don't know.
Maybe it was, but I was like, really? I don't think that was quite a thing. I think
it was still too underground.
You know, that where it was like, that Bette Davis would know that, like, maybe there was a lot of homosexuals that loved her, but that she would be like, oh yeah, all the queens love me. It just seemed like, what?
It definitely had like a modern take on it.
A modern filter.
You know, I think it's so admirable the way you've embraced my tribe.
I just thought of who needs to direct the movie about Montgomery Clift and Rock Hudson, et cetera, et cetera.
Not James Franco.
No.
Who?
Tom Ford.
Oh my god! Duh! Oh my god. Yes. Period. End of sentence. Yes.
Done.
Tom Ford, that's your next movie.
Right?
So good.
So good. Because I was just thinking of A Single Man, and I was like, oh yeah, that was like, there were so many good scenes. I was like, wait a second.
Hold on, wait a minute.
The puzzle is complete. Tom Ford, this is your next movie.
I would also be really down to watch a Tab Hunter, because Tab Hunter and Anthony Perkins, like, dated for, like, they were, like, roommates for, like, a while. But they each had, like, you know, beards, and Natalie Wood was Tab Hunter's beard. I would be into watching that movie, too.
Yeah.
So they put the daughter, BD,
yes, in the movie.
Yeah, that scene came to fruition or whatever. And I did like that they addressed, because when we watched Whatever Happened to Baby Jane recently, I was like, oh my god, she's a terrible actress.
Also, she's not on screen.
She's also not on screen because they cut, just like in the show, they say, we should just cut around her and not have her dialogue off camera. And it's like, well, that's clearly what ended up happening, because there's like a long dialogue scene just like on the mom.
Yeah.
And she's like, what do you think about this? These neighbors next door, blah, 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 blah. Like, all her dialogue is off camera. It was so funny. But I like that they obviously addressed that or whatever, and that she was terrible.
Well, I like that they tied that in with, like, you know, Mothering and whatever. Like,
it was interesting.
This was, like, the mom's episode.
It was the mom episode. It was interesting to see, like, she got to be in her mom's shoes, you know, and see how hard it is.
Yeah,
it's
not
I
as
liked
easy.
all of that.
Yeah, that was a sweet message. It just felt really contrived.
This episode, I was watching it like, what's this? This is wacky. Like, I was just like, okay.
Oh my god, it was
Remember, they had that whole yelling speech where she's like, I should have won in 1950, but that bitch Ann Baxter put her name in and we split the vote or whatever. And she's like, fucking Judy Holiday shouldn't have won.
And it was Gloria Swanson who was robbed in 1950, not you, bitch!
All of this. Like, I was like, I am in. Yes. I love this. So I was.
Also, Gloria Swanson did get robbed.
Also, Gloria Swanson 100% got robbed. I don't actually love Born Yesterday, which is what Judy Holiday won for.
Oh.
She's good.
So it was that and All About Eve.
All About Eve, Sunset Boulevard, and Born Yesterday were the movies they were all nominated for.
That seems like...
Crazy.
Yeah. Tough year.
Tough year. I mean, also, when you think about it, like, what else did Anne Baxter do?
No 2016.
There wasn't much competition.
I mean, this one was really just, you're right, it was like goofy, weird, but I mean, it was fun enough. It was fun enough, but I definitely got bored and was like on my phone for a part of it. I was like, okay, time to check out, because like, over.
Was it the scene when Joan decided she was going to be sad for the evening? Was that when you checked out? Remember
Probably,
she gets home?
I don't remember that.
She gets home and she's just like, where are the twins? And Mamacita's like, they're at camp. And then she's like, now I'll be sad for a while. And I did love that Mamacita was like,
women outlive men, children leave. Best get used to it.
She was also like, yo, I'm still here, bitch. Like, thanks a lot.
Like, I'm still here. She was also like, what about my life? Like, I'm your servant.
Yeah.
So
like, hi.
I'll embrace the change of things to come and really learn how to enjoy me.
Okay.
Let's watch a fucking movie together. Like, well, come on.
Mamacita was not having
We'll
it.
make popcorn and we'll make a day of it. Like, I don't know. Let's open a bottle of wine, eat some popcorn, and watch, your
old movies. And
Yeah.
you can look at how beautiful you used
No,
to
that
be.
sounds depressing. I would not want to do that.
Oh, no, absolutely.
I would not promote that. I would be like, let's watch something without you and without Bette Davis. Judy Garland.
Something current. Did Judy ever win a Best Actress Oscar? I don't think she did.
Really? Did she not win for Wizard of Oz?
No. Definitely not. She might have been nominated for, like, Meet Me in St. Louis.
Hey Siri, did Judy Garland win an Oscar? I am livid.
Okay, so we just
Looked it up.
And I was right. She did not win a Best Oscar Actress.
Best Oscar Actress. She was only nominated for Best Actress.
Yes.
For an Academy Award. This is infuriating.
She won a juvenile award. I don't think they give these out anymore. They don't. It was like a juvenile Oscar for your work over the course of a year. So she won it in 1940. So it was for Wizard of Oz, essentially, because Wizard of Oz is 39. Yeah, I was right.
April,
She
this
doesn't.
is insane.
I know, it's insane. It's crazy.
Emma Stone won an Oscar for a fake musical where she can't sing nor dance.
Nope.
And Judy Garland never won an Oscar.
For Stars Born or it's craziness.
For Mimi in St. Louis? For the Wizard of fucking Oz? Who in 5 years' time, let alone 50 years' time, is ever going to talk about La La Land again? And yet she has a fucking Oscar for it. Infuriating.
Liza Minnelli is the only person who is the offspring of 2 Oscar winners that also has her own Oscar.
Oh.
Because Vincent Minnelli has it for directing. I don't remember what, but for something.
And she has it for
Cabaret.
juvenile.
Well, and then Liza has it for Cabaret.
Yeah, because that movie... By the way, I was recently looking... Have you ever seen, like, listicles or whatever? It's not listicles, that's like a BuzzFeed thing.
I mean, just like...
Ranker?
Oh, is that where you can, like, vote?
You can, like, exactly.
Yeah.
And there was one for, like, best musicals.
Yeah.
And Cabaret was below, like, some nonsense. Moulin Rouge.
Which I like, but is absolutely
I hated
lower. You hated Moulin Rouge?
I hate it. It was stupid.
You hated Moulin Rouge?
Why are we taking songs that have they don't belong in this movie? They have this wouldn't be, what?
It was a fantasy.
I didn't like it.
Okay.
And they weren't very good singers, and no, I didn't like it.
Loved it. At the time. I feel like it's a movie if I watched now I would hate.
Yeah.
But
I also never watched it when it came out. So
I thought when I was 14, like a teenager in the theater, and I was like, Ewan McGregor, you're so dreamy, and I was like, oh my god, and it was like
it probably is the La La Land of that year. It's better.
Calm down. Calm your tits. Do not even.
Anyway,
where was all that jazz? Because it should be number 1.
Oh, it was no.
Have you seen All That Jazz? Don't lie. You haven't seen it. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
It's the fucking best.
But I might not have seen it.
Trying to pretend like All That Jazz shouldn't be at the top.
The best
both
musical.
Bob Fosse. Come on.
Okay. Honestly, for me, Cabaret is one of my favorite musicals of all time. Sound of Music is my favorite musical because it's just like an emotional thing, and I get that. But I can also just say
oh, absolutely,
categorically, no, it's not the best musical. But the songs are really great.
Yeah.
And
Cabaret,
the songs are also great, and everything about it is just a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah.
It is a masterpiece, and I adore that movie.
Yeah.
What were we talking about, Liza?
Well, yeah, we got there. I forget how we got. Oh, Oscars in general.
Oh, because she was robbed. Gloria Swanson.
I mean, Gloria Swanson was robbed.
You bitch.
Well, and the Coke machine finally gets
Yeah,
resolved.
the Coke machine came up.
It seemed underwhelming. Maybe because I was expecting it.
Also because it was like part of like some montage nonsense. It was like this like whole thing like, oh, and then tit for tat, oh, like all this Feud stuff that you thought would be like a slow burn, like Prod the Bear was like...
Were you surprised that they were wrapping up filming by episode 3?
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be the whole season, and then the last episode will be the Oscars when Joan accepts the Oscar for Anne Bancroft and is like, fuck you, bitch. I won this, but I get to be on the Oscar stage and hold this goddamn Oscar. That's right. Because it's happening.
There are 3 reasons why I deserve this award.
They had this whole montage. This is where they really tore Joan down. Where they have Joan, like, giving her side of the story to
Hedda Hopper?
Yeah, to Hedda Hopper.
Right.
Have we talked?
We haven't, and we should. Because I literally just wrote down Hedda Hopper's hats! Like, I was like, her hats are amazing. She's got, like, a hydrangea one going on. It was really good.
She is amazing.
Judy Davis is fabulous.
Judy
you know
Davis.
Who she is.
Yes, she's the mom.
In Dressmaker.
Dressmaker, oh, I know.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
She's also in The Ref, which is great.
Oh.
You haven't seen it? With Dennis Leary and Kevin Spacey. It's good. She's good. It makes me feel weird because I think I may be the only person on the planet that watched Trumbo, but...
I watched Trumbo.
So, Helen Mirren plays Hedda Hopper in that.
Oh, yeah.
And in that, she's like a full-blown, like, cunt who's, like, turning people into the House Un-American Activities Committee and is, like, anti-Semitic and, like, crazy. And I was like, oh, and I was like, whoa. And so...
I think we're going to get there.
You think it's gonna happen?
Yeah, because I felt like in this episode they were setting it up where it's like now she's talking to Betty, and Betty's like, I'm too smart for you, bitch.
Yeah.
But it's like you can see her already. They're like setting it up where at first you believe what Joan believes, that she's her friend, and I think we're gonna see that deteriorate and just fall apart.
I hope so.
I thought Trumbo was great.
I love Trumbo.
Didn't he win?
He did not win. He was nominated.
Anyway.
Hedda Hopper's hat.
The whole production design and everything of the show remains to be great. Like, it looks good, it feels good, I get it. It's just like, it's not like a full, it's not firing on all cylinders for me yet.
It doesn't know what it is.
No.
For me. It's
yeah. Well, I don't know if
we
talked about this on the last episode. I don't know if we talked about this on camera. But, like, apparently it was written as a movie.
Oh, yeah, I told you this. It was a script. It was on the blacklist forever. It was a feature film.
Which can be like a real red flag for me. I'm like, oh, this has been on the blacklist forever. Maybe it should stay there.
Well, a lot of times when it says it was on the blacklist for 10 years, it's like, okay, well, maybe 10 years ago this script would have been okay. Now it's terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it was originally a screenplay called Best Actress. And it was going to be about the two of them.
And then they decided to make it a mini-series.
If you're going to do a mini-series, why are you focusing on this 1 year? And doing some flashbacks?
Yeah.
Do the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah. Yeah, particularly because, but now where are they going? Now, right? Shooting has wrapped season 3, or episode 3. There's 5 more episodes?
The only thing left of note is the Oscars. And so I do not know what else they're going to do.
Are now they going to flashback? Are we going to have more of this stupid fake documentary? Oh, yeah. So we also found out that the documentary, we posted in our last review, but like the documentary doesn't exist at all.
I thought it was real because it was so painstakingly awkward. Like, I was like, oh, so this has to be something that they're just copying.
Because why would they? No. Oh, they just made this up?
It doesn't exist.
How bizarre. They literally just did it so that they could have other actors in it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there are interviews with Olivia de Havilland talking about them.
Right, because why would they have picked that?
There isn't a documentary about it. Also, Olivia de Havilland is 100 years old and living in Paris and is fabulous. Yes.
Love it.
She is amazing.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So the big set piece of this movie is they do the beach scene. The end of the movie, right?
Yes.
And
then they redo it, but yes.
It clarified what I had already thought. Remember when we talked about the movie, how we were like, wait, what happened? Like, we were like, did she die? It makes a lot of sense now because she doesn't look like she's dying.
Right.
There was no real, like, lead into why she was so extra paranoid and nervous about this particular scene at the beach.
Right.
There was no line about, it's my longest monologue, or it's my death scene, so I really have to do it, or I don't want to be in the sun, or something about the beach, or whatever it was. They didn't have that.
Why not spread it out where it's like you see her progressively becoming like, oh God, her alcoholism, or like, oh, her self-image issues are becoming a problem for the shooting of this film.
Yeah.
Like, that is interesting.
And they talked about the falsies.
Yes.
You know,
I'm not falling on those. They're like rocks or whatever. Yeah.
Like, they talk about that more, and so it was like, oh, okay. It really felt out of sequence that he fed the falsies information to Hedda last week.
Yeah, the timing and pacing of all of it seems a little weird. I also just still don't get the whole, like, I tried to run you over and instead paralyzed myself and then crawled out of the car as a paralyzed person.
As a newly paralyzed person.
Like a brand new paralyzed person.
So, like, maybe she paralyzed herself in the act of crawling out of the car. Because you're not supposed to move, you know?
Sure. Like, oh, I had a back injury and then I moved.
I feel like I'm giving it a lot of credit, but
it just never made sense to me, and so then it was like, oh, this literally makes the entire movie fall apart.
Yeah.
I did love the mommy dearest.
Oh, when she writes to Christina or whatever.
I mean, that was just like fan service.
That's what I mean about this episode. Where I was
so
like,
weird.
what's this fucking episode where this show claims that it's like, we're not trying to do camp. We're not doing camp. We're making this a serious... Like, last week was like, this is a serious show about feminism in Hollywood and how men are manipulative. And I was like, okay. And then this week it was like, what's this?
Yep.
This is crazy.
Yep.
So that's what I meant where it was so disparate from last week. I was like, okay.
All 3 episodes have been very different.
Very different. So, you know.
We'll see what happens next week.
They're keeping it interesting. I can't wait to see what they're fucking gonna do because they're done filming the press tour? Like the release, the premiere, it making a bunch of money. We'll find out.
We will.
So, I'm still enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm here for the costumes. I'm here for the sets.
Yeah, I mean, I'll keep watching.
Also, I was right about Jack Warner thinking that it was a B movie and that it was just a cash grab. So, just gonna point that out.
It's a B movie. It's always been a B movie. Always will be a B movie.
I love me some Stanley Tucci.
Absolutely.
So,
Cheers to
anyway,
that.
cheers to Stanley fucking Tucci.